We're public, yep. I just got home and I didn't even have this prepped in advance. Let me tweet. Rendering an apostrophe, and then I think it's Twitch first. I always get this backwards. I feel like I always get this backwards. Oh, the intense typing, yeah. I'm still intense typing. Let me grab this. That's not my Twitter, that's my Twitter. Oh, it's the other way around. Because I like doing the YouTube first so that the little thumbnail that I make is what pops up. Which I think like Evil Daisy is great. I love her. I think that's been my best thumbnail so far. That's live streaming. I have so many tabs open. No, it's not first, it's second. Ah! I hate you, Twitter. Why is it not showing up? I want Evil Daisy. Okay. YouTube. Now it shows up. Now I do the Twitch. I'm good. How are you? I mean, I'm tired because, like, in that week home, I forgot how I forgot how hard work is. And I was like, oh, I have to say hello to people. And everybody's like asking how I am, and I'm like, dying of heat, real. It's like, no, that'll dox my location if I press it there. Let me tell you what temperature it is right now over here. It's probably hotter over there, actually. I'll even give you Celsius. 28. Not terrible today. Tomorrow's where it'll be really is when it'll be 31. Dying of heat, yeah. What's there to dox anymore? Who knows? Who knows? It's really that I don't want to kill the VOD again. Oh! 35, and tomorrow's 36. Oof. Big boof. The biggest of boofs. That's... I mean... 35, 36. And I don't know how Germany is with the air conditioning, but most European countries are not the best with AC. So yeah, drink water. You need to drink water. Listen to me. Not cola, not juice. You need to drink water. You need to stay hydrated. It's one of my favorite English words. You need to stay hydrated. Bruh, and I was gonna pull up this person I had responded to prepare. This is, I feel like this is always kind of scuffed, but this is especially more scuffed. There we go. I found him. I go here and get my eye references. Perfect. Okay. I just opened who I'm planning to raid to if they're still alive. The cold floor, real. And you know what? That was probably the best place for you to be. The cold floor. I'm just gonna grab this one because I think this is what I'm most close to what I'm going for. I got this off of Pinterest. I don't know who the original artist is. And every time I open Twitter, it's like, don't you want to buy a little check mark and get lots of reach? And it's like, you think I have a lot more money than I do, Mr. Twitter. Elon thinks I've got lots more money than I do. Okay. So I think I need to start by making these two bottom lashes smaller. We should have a hamster cam. That would be great moral support. To just have a hamster cam. Especially because croqueta is so cute. I don't know if you know what a croqueta is. I think in English it's a croquette. I don't know if that's right. They're these things. They're covered up by everything. They're these things. Croquetas. He's a boy, but his name is Croqueta. Yes, yes! Croqueten. Yes. This is what my hamster is named after. I shall eat them all. Nom 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 nom. They're wonderful, right? They're delicious. So that is what my hamster is named, Croqueta. In real life. In the virtual world, I guess we decided on Frank. So he's called Frank, but... I can just use Liquify. So yeah, and then I stayed late. I didn't stay like super late. I stayed like 20 minutes later than I usually do just to like see everything I missed and make sure all my... He's so cute. I love him so much. I like to show him off to everybody. That's like my one conversation. My one conversation point. I need to rename these. Especially when he eats corn. The corn is so cute. I have to give him little bits of corn. Like he can't have that whole cob at once. Which is honestly great for me. Because that just means I get to watch him eat more corn. It's all on my phone. I will spam you with every croqueta piece of media I have on Discord. After this stream, I'll do it. Okay. Because he really is cute. And he's so sweet. He doesn't bite or anything. Which is something you can't really say about most hamsters. Especially because I love hamsters, so croqueta is not my first. And my first hamster, he was a Daisy Croqueta picture, yes. Croqueta pictures. That's why with my... I think I didn't update this with all my extensions, so I won't stay here long. It's because I changed scenes, and that one wasn't set up. But I was showing you all the pictures of Croqueta that I had on there. And I was saying I made that overlay especially for... especially for making my little mascot, because I love Croqueta and I wanted Croqueta to be... I'm like, if I get to be anime, Croqueta gets to be anime. He really is like the cutest little guy. I think there should also be just a little separation here. Changing my brush to the brush I actually wanted would have probably helped. Which, oops. This one? Yeah. I'm gonna take this. Now this, and this. Gonna grab them. Brother, okay. I'm gonna separate this into 2 lashes. I always forget to do that. Get a starting soon, any screen review. Yes. I will get on that right away. Or even a P. Yes. Yes. That is brilliant. All the Croqueta pictures. He's my little lab rat. Although he's not a rat, he's a hamster, but it works, it works. Yeah, that's my... Croqueta is my default. I'm nervous and I don't know what to talk about conversation starter. It's just very... Rat, hamster, dog, all the same. Exactly. A pet is a pet. And I'm starting to think Croqueta thinks that he's a dog or something. Because he, like... he, like, shook himself like a dog today, like a dog getting wet. This morning, I didn't take pictures because I was just, like, looking at him. But he, like, shook off his sand. And when he shook it off, he looked like a little dog. And it was very cute. I can just erase this little gray bit. I was I was like, that's the wrong type of animal. It's actually really funny because Croqueta, when we got him, was just bad at being a hamster. Like, he didn't know how to dig, which is one of, like, the main things hamsters do. So he didn't know how to dig. I had to, like, make holes for him so that he could learn how to, like, dig in his habitat. And then, so with hamsters, you can train them to go to the bathroom in a sandbox in their cage. Didn't need to train him. He just instantly did it. Which, that's typically not what hamsters do. So I think he got like some cat programming or something. I don't know. I don't know, but whatever it is. Roqueta does not think he's a hamster. I don't know what he thinks he is. And it's a human in a hamster body, yeah. Maybe. Hey, at least he knew how to use the bathroom. Cause that's like... This is a hamster owner specific thing, but I personally do not like spot cleaning. I do not like having to open up his cage and look for where he went to the bathroom. I like to just know. Cause there are some hamster owners that'll be like, you don't have to train them. It's easy. They're small. You just, open up the cage and look for it. But that's annoying. Counterpoint. That's annoying, and I don't want to do it. Bruh. Let me get this bot real quick. Ban him. Okay. Report him. Terrorism's an option. Oh my goodness, no. Bots are tampering. He's viewership tampering. And I'm gonna say... Get him, Twitch. Get him, Twitch. And I'm gonna put a little frowny face so they know it's serious. Submit report. Block this user. Bye-bye. I was getting the fake viewer guy. It's like, I can take a little screenshot here. It's like a part of my OBS that it has like my chat in one, it has like my chat in one window. So if you look over here, I defeated him. He's gone. Stream a be gone. But yeah, I'm lazy. I don't want to look for it. I recommend you Seribot. Is that... I need to ask you about setting up the robot. I'm not gonna do it now, but I need to... Later, I will ask you about setting up the robots. So that the robots can do that. But yeah, there are some hamster owners that would call me lazy. And you know what? They're right. But I don't care. Because I would rather be lazy and not have to deal with it than have to deal with it. Just say happy to hello with bots. To get them. Yeah. Okay, I think separating that makes it look better, and then I need to remove that eye white and maybe move it down a little. I'll hit you up later. I'll hit you up about the bots. I just don't want this to turn into bot setting stream. I do not like that. Maybe I should try pointing it downward, like in this reference, and see how I like that better. This obviously isn't done. I'm just trying to, like, get a shape. Not Russian. Yeah. Not today, though, because I'm really tired today. Like, I was tired to the point that I'm like, am I really gonna stream today? And I was like, streaming's fun. I'll stream. But... So, yeah. Oh, it's Disability Month. Except from the 3rd to 10th of August. Okay. I don't have my planner with me, but I'll make sure to write that down. And I keep everything in a physical planner because you know what you can't hack? Paper. You're gonna go to the UK? Have fun. Have fun. I don't know if you're just going for vacation or what exactly you're going for, but have fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Because we live in the Matrix, yeah, obviously. You just beep boop into the sky and you'll hack the paper. That's fun. Have fun. Yeah, the UK and Ireland has been a place that I've wanted to go for a really long time, but I haven't gotten an opportunity to go yet. So have lots of fun for me. Have fun with your friend. Okay. Yeah, I think so too. Also, should I go to the UK as well for... I don't think I can afford that right now, but maybe one day. Maybe one day in the future we'll do that, and that'll be fun. And you can introduce me to your friend. Okay, I like that last shape a lot more, actually. I actually like that a lot more. I think the other thing that the eye was missing... It's just, I could not leave the last shape alone because I knew I wanted like big chunky lashes because this is like a really stylized model. And it's not done, obviously. It doesn't have lines, but I just could not leave them alone. Okay. That seems like a fun trip too. Germany's another place I've never been. Small city. Okay. I want to lower this lash top a little bit more. I want that. Okay. I just switched brushes like 5 times. Yeah. Thank you, and I think that too. I think it's in progress and I'll get there. In fact, this model, I want to like make sure I take my time because I've talked about this before, that the model I'm talking through. That's good. Especially because getting hotels in foreign countries is always a little scary to me. But maybe that's just like my own. But yeah, not right now, but one day. One day for sure. The other thing I think I'm missing is an eyelid. But what I was saying is that I like... Yeah. Because I don't know if I've talked about this like on stream before. I probably have. Is that this model was originally for something else. And for somebody else. It was originally for my school to like make tutorials with. Yeah. But eventually. So it was originally for my school to make like tutorials with. And then like we started the process and I made what's called minimum viable product, which is just a model that works well enough to show. Yeah. And basically I showed it and they were like, cool idea, we'll get back to you. And I started, you know, the recolor. And then they got back to me and they said no. Yeah. Well, they said no, so I don't think this counts as doxing. But yeah, I made it. Because originally what had happened was this guy I had a class with runs this club. I do. I love doxing. It's one of my favorite things. I get to dox myself a little as a treat every once in a while. But I really don't want to edit this, so I will not be doxing myself today. And he like ran this club and he was like, you know, oh, I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but the guy from the school that I talked to is always looking for, you know, new ways to like help the school. And part of it is that they have a YouTube channel. Guy 1, yeah. And he's like, you know, so this is guy 1 and guy 1's like, oh, guy 2, you know, the school has a YouTube channel and he's always looking for ways to help the YouTube channel out. Why is it doing that? What? I think my computer got possessed. So I make the thing. I approve it with guy 1. Guy 1 talks to guy 2 for me, because obviously I'm not going to be talking to to a scary person I've never met before. It's just, yeah. You're just trying to, what's that movie, The Ring? You're just trying to come through like the girl in The Ring. It's fine. Oh, excuse me. So he talks to the school guy for me. Why is it blue? You see this, right? I'm not going crazy? Why is it blue? Stop being blue. Stop it. No! I guess we're just stuck with this. Why is my Control Z not working? Is this holding down another button? It is. It is turning into your avatar, yeah. Ah, now it works. So he talked to the guy for me, and he said, you know, yeah, I want you to make like a minimum viable product. So I made this rig in a week. I made this rig in literally 7 days. I don't know if I want a thicker brow or a thinner brow. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I want it a little thicker, I think. Thank you. And I showed it to the guy, and then the school guy. And the school guy didn't want it, and I just had this model laying around. And originally my plan was to revamp the model, which is where this PNG comes from. This one. This is me doing a recolor of the model I'm talking through and changing a couple of design things and proportions. And then I started rigging that model, and I was thinking like, because I liked it and I thought, you know, it looked good. And I have an incomplete rig. I can even open the incomplete rig if you want to see. And I started rigging her, and I was really like looking at her, and I was kind of like, you know, it's a fine model, it's a good looking model, but it's not really like my personality, I guess. This one? Yes, okay. Please don't dox me live 2D. Please don't dox me live 2D. I might make myself bigger real quick, just in case it doxes me, because I really don't want to edit this. I do not want a new release. I want you. There we go. Okay. So here's like the incomplete rig. And I was right. It was gonna show my computer thing. Like the name of my computer and all that. I was right. I would have had to edit this. So this is the new rig that I started working on that she can... So she can do this. Her eyes are a little... I would still need to like adjust her eyes and all that. She can do that. She can do this. She can do that. And then she had little blushies. And she had this. And did I rig this too? And I rigged that too. So these toggles move with the head. Did I do a blink? No, I didn't do a blink yet. I didn't do brows yet. I started like bang and hair physics. So it doesn't simulate the physics when I move it here. I should add that as a toggle. Did I even work on the mouth? No, because this was my third try at it because the other two were like kind of failures and I didn't really understand rigging that well. So I'd gotten this far with it on try number 3 and then I was kind of like, I want a version of Daisy that like represents me more. Yeah, and I streamed a lot of it. I don't remember how much I streamed. I know my first try, I was kind of delusional because I made this one in a week. So I just really was like locked in. And I had forgotten like a very important step in the beginning of all of it. All the VODs are on my YouTube. Those are mostly streams where I'm just talking to myself. But all the VODs are on my YouTube. YouTube plug. So late. You found me like a month in. Okay, dude? You are the only person in this chat room right now. You're not late to anything. I like that. I like this shape. I think this is a good eyelash. Hey, well, you're not getting rid of me for a while, so that's unforgivable. Okay. I really like this eye shape. I think this is the one. I think this is the banger. That's unforgivable. Well, you don't have to worry because I don't plan on just, you know, dropping off of the face of the earth. I don't really like that. I don't really like that figure. That makes me happy. As long as you don't mind that, you know, it is part of my master plan. I feel so childish saying that. It is part of my master plan to get you to introduce me to the streamers you know, because I am shy and I am very afraid. But yes, has been fun. I like chatting. I like chatting a lot. You knew that already, yeah. Hey, I still gotta be honest about it, you know? I am looking for this brush, right? Yes, okay. Oh, I got lucky. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take getting lucky. Yeah, especially because I don't know if it's like time zones or if it's also that I didn't like... When I was planning out my streaming schedule, my plan... It's a good master plan. It's a good master plan to have. I think we have very similar master plans. Yeah. I guess you're right. I meant, you know, I'm lucky because since you weren't in somebody else's stream, you were here in my stream. That's why I was saying I was lucky. But yeah, you're right. I stream when they aren't streaming. It's because that's probably when I'm at work. Yeah, connected now. Ha! The dot's connected! Rude how? How is it rude? You're my first, like, active chatter. Trust me, I'm very happy with the god I have. You don't need to become my god, Senko. Don't worry. Okay. But for real, you're like my first active chatter, so it made me very happy to like not be talking into the void. What? I don't? Sad, why not? But yeah. And in the US of A, in the USA, it is Disability Pride Month. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the month. I want to do something besides just like tweet about it. Yeah! We're both lucky. That's how it is. We're both lucky. But yeah, for Disability Pride Month, I want to do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Especially because, like, I'm not monetized, so... You know, as far as, like, a charity stream goes, I don't even know how that would work. Unless I just, like, hook up a GoFundMe or something. But I wanna, you know... Yeah! Cause look, man, the only way I'm gonna get over the social anxiety is to just be social. So you were like, can I add you on Discord? And I was like, oh, another person to practice social interactions on. Yes! You know, very sciencey of me. I was like, let me start practicing my social interactions. I like this much better. I think these need some texture though. I think that's my thing, that these are like too smooth. I'll get there. I'll get there. Today, it wasn't you, because I was thinking about how I have friends from school that I haven't really, you know, ridden recently because I haven't like seen them in real life. So we haven't talked. And we're not going together. But this friend is going to the same concert as me soon, and we talked about it. So I texted him and I said, I'm really excited about the concert, and that was my initiated text. I don't think he texted me back, but that was my initiated text. So I did the social interacting. And yeah, that's the stupid thing. That's the type of stupid stuff that gets me excited, but it's fine. Yeah, this needs more texture. Do I have a texture brush I can use? Maybe here in hatching? Yeah. Okay, I can check. That's 2. I want like just a little texture. Just like a little texture. What's the gauze cloud? I think the gauze cloud is it. I think we need the gauze cloud, and I think I'm gonna put it to multiply. Make it a little darker. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. Just a little texture. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for Disability Pride Month, but I do want to do something, cause I have people close to me in my life who are disabled, like it's something I care about. And since I have a platform, I forgot to get my water. I was so excited to stream, I forgot to get water. I'll be right back. Wait, let me finish my train of thought, then I'll be right back. My train of thought was just that if I'm gonna have a platform and do the thing, I might as well, try to use it for good. So I want to do something for Disability Pride Month. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I want to do something. Now I'm gonna go get my water and hydrate. I will be right back. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Cause like, I'd need to do research on other disabilities, but my aunt is a wheelchair user, and she, like, half her body is paralyzed. So I know lots about like that. But that's a good idea. That is actually a really good idea. Thank you, Senko. I'll copy paste this into my notes. Yeah. No, you're right. That's why, you know, with like the donation thing, I just kind of put up a little link and plugged it in case people like want to donate, but I did not want to do a charity stream. That was kind of why I didn't know what to do. Because my first thought was charity stream, and then I was like, I have 9 followers. Nothing is gonna happen. Like, be so real. But I still wanted to do something. So yeah, that... It's a very good idea. I will be taking that. Yeah, but you can do the get to know more stream without, and just have that as, well, me. I meant to say me, that I can do it, but I also think that's something that's like a lot more useful. Yeah, I can. And that would be, I think that is what I'm going to do. Yeah. Thank you, Senko. You have a big brain. Help you reach and make it possible. Yeah, exactly. Well, then you're more experienced at being a content creator than I am. Because I was like... I just kind of didn't know what to do, and I was like at a loss. Because I'm not, you know, used to being a content creator like this, so... I guess I've never really had to like think in this way, if that makes sense. English is always really good here on this stream. Yeah. I make some short form videos, but like, I don't have time to do a lot of editing. So I just kind of do them when I can. But yeah, I can definitely do that. I think I need to darken up these little points a little bit more, but I think this is exactly where I want this to be going. There we go. I like that better, yeah. Now it's... I'm like looking at it far away in my other stream. It's not that bad. It can do with some editing, but I'm happy with the shape. And I'm gonna just line it. That makes me happy. So yeah, you have good ideas. I want to do, what's the darkest color in here? It's that, so I'm gonna make that a little darker. That should work as a line color. And yeah, for me it's always helpful to have new ideas. Rotating so I can line. And then obviously not that size of a brush. Very tiny, tiny little brush. And I'm gonna blend it out just a little on the inside. Just a little on the inside. Yes. Yes. That and the English, there's an English saying that I think is really cute. Well, I don't really know if it's a saying, but it's like a thing that when you mess something up, you can say, whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. And that's the, like, not really a saying, but it's like a thing. So I was like, well, I can just make that Daisy Whoops. And I'm Daisy Whoops. And you know, I thought it worked out because I'm like... Because even though I've, you know, as far as like an art career goes, you know, at least for my age, like I have some professional experience. But when it comes to being a VTuber, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. And so I also thought about like what exactly I want this space to be. And a part of it is that I learned art in school. So I'm really good at like following a style guide a company gives me. Which is just like a pamphlet that basically says like, these are the colors, this is our brand. And you know, when it comes to like being an artist for marketing, I know my stuff pretty well. And I'm not saying that to brag, but that's just like the truth, I guess. But when it comes to like this more creative, you know, making a VTuber model, streaming, making music, playing games and drawing on the games, and, you know, doing fan art, that's all stuff that I'm very new at. So yeah, I can brag a little. And it's one of those things that, like, literally, I had a professor tell me. I do sometimes. I only really have this Iron Mouse I didn't finish. I'm probably gonna mute myself again, changing my screen. But I'll change my screen and then I'll change back. I have to change back because I was muted. But that is my fan art overlay. Different pictures of whatever I'm drawing go into the little pictures. And I actually made the overlay on in Clip Studio so that I could change out the pictures to what I wanted. So yeah, I do fan art sometimes. But it was really funny that, like, I even had a professor tell me this. But one of my professors literally took me aside. He was like, Daisy, don't you ever just make art for fun? Because, like, I was just, you know, doing all these school projects and, you know, doing marketing stuff or doing school stuff, or, you know, if it wasn't school stuff, it was to, like, be an extra set of hands for, like, somebody else's creative project. Yeah, I was like, what is that? Can I eat it? What is fun? And you know, I kind of, like, ignored him at the time. Because I was just on my grind. I was just, you know, focused on, you know, trying to build a career and get a foot into the industry. That even, like, when I started streaming, it was really just, like, another thing to try and help myself in the... Yeah. And it was like, originally I started this just kind of, like, my friend convinced me to do this. And she was like, it'll be fun. And I was kind of like, I don't need to have fun. I need to work. Being an artist means that you don't get paid and you have to suffer. And my friend was like, well, why don't you try it and you can make it a portfolio piece? And I was like, okay. And originally this channel was just gonna be like a big portfolio piece of me making my own VTuber. And I had spent like a week straight doing these streams to, like, make a scripted video. And I messed it all up and I had to restart the VTuber. That was version 1 of the Daisy that I told you had 3 versions. So I had to start all, and at that point when I had to start all over, I was like, if I'm gonna do this streaming thing, I need to do things other than this model and, like, this specific project, or I will literally go crazy. Like, I will literally go crazy if I don't do this. I need to do something fun. So, you know, I started, like, doing fan art, and I started, like, doing other stuff. And I just kind of, like, started enjoying streaming and, like, thinking of it as a really fun hobby. Yeah. It's just I didn't feel like gaming today. I was gonna game, and then I couldn't get my eyelashes out of my head. Yeah. I do eventually want to make a longer scripted video. Like, I want to, from time to time, make sort of, like, longer scripted videos, and I want to, like, call them lab notes. And just have them be, like little vlogs and reflections of, like, this is what I did in this past period of time. I keep going. I knew it was going too smoothly. I was drawing on the wrong layer. That's okay. So yeah. And that was kind of where we got to this point where I'm like, well, if I'm really gonna do this streamer thing, if I'm really gonna do this streamer thing, I want a model that I really, 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 really like. And isn't just a model that's like, yes, this is a stock. Cause like how I'm drawing now is closer to how I usually draw. And you can kind of see it with like my Frank drawings. Is that I really like big out there proportions. I really like lots of big shapes. Like if I put the sketch back up. If I can find where I put it. There it is. You know, I like really big shapes. And this isn't how I draw everyone. So like... Let me just real quick. I'm on a new layer, don't worry. Don't worry, this didn't erase everything. I'm on a new layer. So like, I like really cartooning people. So, you know, I would draw a really big chicken leg guy. Kind of like that with like... Or like... Oh! I guess it wasn't meant to be. Only one bad doodle. Because that's just like how I like to draw. And I think you can see it in the Frank stuff a little bit. Sad. Like, you can see it in the Frank stuff a little bit. I mean... I tried to make him match this daisy, so it's kind of in, like, the weird... Yeah, I should do a doodle stream. I should do, like, a just chatting doodle stream or something. That would be fun. You're absolutely right. It would be fun. I should add that to the rotation, doodle streams. What is this layer? Oh, it's because the sketch layer is in between the head. I was wondering why the head was transparent. In case you were wondering what was concerning me. The head was transparent because of where the sketch layer is. Yep. I also want to play... What's that game? It's the Jackbox game where everybody draws. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's one of my after I make friends goals. Gartic phone. That is what it is. It's Gartic phone. That reminds me of something embarrassing I did at work today. So I work in English and in Spanish. It reminds me of something I did embarrassing because I read Gartic as garlic in my head. Yes, we should. We should. I will deal with this eyebrow later. That is just our placeholder brow. That is a terrible placeholder brow. It's because I read Gartic as garlic that I was thinking about this. But at work today, I caught it before I sent it because I proofread everything. So in Spanish, a consejo municipal is like a city government, right? Now in Spanish, there's another word, which is conejo, which is a rabbit. So I almost wrote in an email, city rabbit instead of city government. I caught it. I caught it before I sent it, but you're right. Here's what I'm gonna do to... Actually, I won't be obsessed with it because I think it looks fine. The eyelashes did not look fine. They were ugly. Do we understand the difference? That is not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. Actually, I need the sketch back up. Oh. Okay. We're back. I can turn on symmetry again. Finally, I can turn symmetry back on. Just gonna make the general shape and then I'll worry about should be kind of like that. So yeah, that was my silly little mistake at work. I don't know if you're laughing at that or at her ugly. But yeah, it was ugly. When it's good enough, I'm happy to leave good enough good enough. But when something is ugly, if I can't do something about it, like, it'll drive me crazy. Boo! Hi, Tanya! Boo! Ah! Thank you for the follow and look. Get a nice little thing. Boo! Boo, 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 boo. Oh, I met the 10 out of 10! A little thing showed up. I don't know if it shows up in my Twitch chat, but it showed up in my OBS. Yay! I reached 2 digits. I made it. I made it to 2 digits. Ah! We're getting there. Yeah, there are stickers on. I don't know if you're on mobile or if you're on your computer, but if you're on computer and you scroll down, there are stickers, and all the stickers are 0 bits. 8 more will be legal. No. 8 more and I'll be legal. On phone you can use the stickers as well. I haven't tested it on the phone yet. Yeah, and you can hit me with stickers. I know you can hit me with stickers, Senko. But yes! Sorry, I'm so gassed up about 10. Yes! Yes, little heart for 10 followers. I made it to double digits. 8 more and I'll be legal. That was a very good joke. Is that Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon? Oh my gosh, there are so many of them! Vrar. So yeah, I set the zero. I set the stickers to 0 bits. So things like this can happen. And with Senko around, they happen quite a bit. And they're always funny to me every time they happen. Not the nut button. I need to take the nut button off. Oh no. Not. No! No! Not the nut button! Don't nut me! No! Look at the face of the girl you're nutting on. Oh no! No! I didn't mean it like that! This is also gonna be a permanent Senko promo. Makes a little sense, I guess. Yeah, I was so because I set these up on a stream that I was already kind of late for. So I was so busy just making them all 0 bits because I wanted them to like be free, so they could just be like a fun little thing that I didn't really like filter them. Oh, it even says it in German. Even says that in German. Great. I hope you get my moment of beautiful English. So yeah, I was kind of just like... Yes. Das seien wir Dyson Klippen. I think. I don't know how to read German. Senko-san slapped a nut button for sticker for 0 bits. You can't make it on English? Show me your favorite German word. Show me. I'm waiting. Now I need to try to read this. Okay. German lesson. I don't know how to speak German. Here's our German lesson. Oh dear. I feel like I'm having a stroke right now. I feel like I'm having a stroke right now. You know how to speak German. Yes, you do, Senko. Okay. Rind, Fleisch, et Heiken, Ketirg, Super, Wachung, Wachung, Sauf, Gavin, Uber, Tragungeset. Pronounce it live. No. No, I don't. Something about truck. Something about truck. Well, I know at my work, there are lots of pavement princesses. Well, I'm happy that you at least got some amusement out of that. Yeah, the accent is just trying my hardest to make the word sound like what I think it should sound like. It's about the beef labeling. The beef labeling. What is that thing? A groan tube? Because a groan tube is crazy work. Oh, they just keep going. Or when you tilt it, it makes a noise. And it's called a groan tube. No, it's fine. The sticker extension exists to be used. Don't worry. Maybe apologize to Tanya, but don't worry. But what I was saying about trucks. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to make it stop. Like with the notice. Yeah. I'm just not monetized, so setting them for bits is kind of useless. I will look into it. I have to have my Twitch learning day. Not today. But I'll have to have my Twitch learning day to set up all my bots and everything. Okay. Look at the face of the girl. Look at the face of the girl that you slapped all those nut buttons on, too. Echo. Yes. Look at her. Did she deserve that? That's real. Some days are just like that. And it's one of those things where it's like... I think a good way to think of it... Yes, look at her. Look at what you did to her. It was funny. It's only getting worse. It is only getting worse. I don't know if I like that. I'm just trying to work out the shapes in these little ponytails. Only get worse! That's okay. That's okay. Well, what I was saying about trucks before we got way off topic is that at my work there are like a bunch of pavement princesses. He just went to Jimmy John's. He just went to get a sandwich. And that's just how he likes his sandwiches. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong there at all. He just likes sandwiches. he was just sloppy with his sandwich. Oh, ayo! I am a child. Anyways, the truck! Yes. It's that, I don't know if you guys know what a pavement princess is. A pavement princess is basically a guy who has a big truck, and doesn't need it. Like, he's not doing, like, truck things. So, it's like the type of guy who will have, like, a Ford F-150 and then literally drives it to work, drives it home, takes it to the grocery store, and doesn't, like, pull heavy things or, like, do truck things with the truck. And at my work, it's so funny because there's always like a line of these pristine, never even seen dirt before trucks. And every single time I'm like, all the pavement princesses are here gathered in a line. Because they're always like lined up in all the big parking spaces. Yeah. I'm not talking like a medium or a small pickup. I'm talking like a big mama jamba. Yeah, literally all you're doing is showing us that you have way too much money. And it's always like these unnecessarily huge trucks. And it's really funny to me because there's always like a it's always just in a they're always in a straight line. There we go. I can speak. They're always like parked next to each other and it's like the little parade of the princesses. Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, dude, you have money to spend on anything. And you're spending it on a big truck you don't need. So that you can look manly, like... Please, sir. Get a life. Like, you could have spent that on a vacation. You could have gone on a vacation with your loved ones and seen somewhere new. And had a normal car. But instead, you chose to get the biggest truck I've ever seen in my life. For absolutely no reason. Okay, now what I'm gonna do. A sci-fi looking neon. Yeah, I'm not really 18 plus. I mean, like, it has to get pretty terrible, but... No, you're fine. I mean, yeah, I'm not 18 plus, but you're fine. I do have the brain of a 14-year-old. Yeah. The laugh barrier. Okay. I will have to rename all of these, but I can do that later. Because brain isn't braining, yeah. Did I? No, it said these need to all be mirrored. Yeah. English is not my first language. So anything I say like that is purely accidental. Yes. Into a comfy bed so you can sleep. Don't worry, I'm very hard to offend. Yeah. I will be thinking of this all night now. Oh no, don't worry. I should have told you, but I also have the humor of a small child. Also hydrate, okay? Hydrated. I mean, I am older than 18 in real life. So you're fine there. I am 23. So as far as legality goes, you're fine. I'm 23 in real life. 2-3. Yeah. It's a matter of legality, is what you said. Yeah. It's just, this is my social anxiety weight training. I'm trying to get buff and swole like a JoJo character, but with the social interactions. But you'll be fine as far as legality is concerned. You will be fine. I am 23 years old. I have 10 followers, but I'm 23 years old. No problem. I mean, this is actually really funny. I don't know. You're the age of my little brother. Aww. Yeah. I just sister zoned myself. Perfect. I'll be turning 33 this month. Congratulations. Big 3-3. I don't know if that's an age, if that's an actual thing people celebrate, but we will celebrate it here. But yes, this is my social interaction push-ups. Okay, don't. Hey, yo, you already dying soon. Hey, Senko, just because you're a young, bright-eyed boy. We are all but blips in the stars. That's true. I'm 20. I'm half dead. Senko, do you think people die at 40? Do you think people like hit 40 and then they just like literally it's not a debuff. You just turn 40 and there's a little like purple skull next to your head. I plan to live at least twice that long. Me too. I'm right there with you, Tanya. At least twice that long. Sorry, declined. So what are your plans at 40, Senko, huh? Are you just gonna let the debuff take you? With the opposite. That's actually really funny because I'm not... I know some Warhammer lore. But I don't know all the Warhammer lore. But I actually stream from my older brother's room because we share like one really nice computer. And he loves Warhammer. And just gonna go in the earth. Yeah, he loves Warhammer and he recruits me when he needs to like paint a lot of figures. I will put you into a dreadnought. Wouldn't I like become mush or something? Wait. I'm sure the dreadnoughts have something horrible happen to them to be put in that machine. I don't know what it is, but I know enough about this franchise to know that something horrible happens to become a dreadnought. Even in death, I still serve. Yeah, you'd be a sister of for the God Emperor. Sister of whatchamacallit. Fallen Space Marines who are on the verge of death. They're put in some sort of suspended animation state within the Dreadnought, which maintains them alive in a barely... I'd be a commissar! Or a commissar. Yeah, that sounds exactly like the horrible lore I expected. It's like, nope, you're not allowed to die. You're still serving the Empire, baby! For the God Emperor, for the Omnisire! I said that like he's a pro wrestler. Don't forget the constant pain. I think that's just a part of the deal in this universe. Like, I think that's just an effect of the genre. Ariel Bean, after you die, we'll rip out your skull and shove it in a toaster into you to make it serve a skull forever. And then you can always serve the Emperor. And you can do what you loved most. Serving God. As a ghost toaster. Enjoy! That's seriously what a servo skull is? After you die, we'll rip out your skull. Well... Again, everything I learn about this... I don't know whether to call it a franchise or a series or what the right word is. And only being awoken for battle. Thus you live, life becomes a series of flashes of war, and the occasional request for wisdom by people who somehow forgot you are being driven mad by constant warfare and no downtime. Oh, it's like worse Severance. It's like Murder Machine Severance. But instead of living a life on the outside, you're just asleep. That's actually crazy work. Like, I get that Warhammer is supposed to be grimdark, but that's crazy work. Not even asleep, in a chemically induced coma. I know it's probably stronger than that, but you said chemically induced coma. I can speak English. You said chemically induced coma. And I thought of like 4 Benadryl. I don't know which one is which either, so it's fine. But you said medically induced coma, and I was like, yes, 4 Benadryl in a blankie. Which I think is a lot nicer than what the Dreadnoughts actually get. Girl, Dreadnoughts have it nice. Oh! Dreadnoughts have it nice. That... Good for them, I guess. That makes me, you know, afraid for everybody else. For the big ships to fly through the hell dimension. Dude! If your whole life's purpose is to become gasoline... Yeah, Dreadnoughts do have it pretty nice. 1,000 people a day. To go to hell? To keep the Emperor alive. Okay, but that's God. You know, that's God, so at least you can kind of, like, gaslight them a little bit. And be like, well, you're keeping God alive. And, you know, they feel like... So the Emperor's space beacon stays up. So so the Emperor can shine. 1,000 for a galactic compass. Hey. Google Maps is important. Galactic Google Maps is important. Okay. I should probably label these before I move the layers around. So this is bottom spike. Because what I want to do is I want to put the bottom and the top spikes behind the middle spikes. So that this isn't really set up to show my layers. Most of those are impending demonic incursions, so it's actually safer to get rid of them fast, but you know. Senko, would you sacrifice a thousand people for Google Maps? I would. Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, I think there can be enough of a propaganda spin to that. That, you know, we give them some propaganda and you drug them up. And that's ethics in Warhammer, at least. I don't know if it'd be ethics anywhere else. Probably not. But in Warhammer, that's ethics. There's a chapter of Space Marines from the 13th founding who literally canonically had to the effect that causes a shard of glass to grow inside their body. Oh my goodness. I need to figure out how to put chat on my OBS so that I can save chats like that forever. There is a chapter of Space Marines from the 13th founding who literally and canonically have a defect that causes a shard of glass to grow inside their butts to cause them permanent pain. So there was some writer out there that was like, you know what? These guys are gonna have prostate glass. I will show you how that goes. Easier than you'd think? No, I'm good. Oh, the chat thing. Yes. I thought you were talking about the prostate glass. The homunculi of Drakari, Dark Elder, will torture you until you can no longer respond to anything, even going so far as erasing your memories to delay that. And when you're that broken, then they turn you into living furniture. I realized the chat thing after I spoke, okay? Not as in a get on your hands and knees on your couch. No, they legit shape you. Ah! Like a fucking couch. That's crazy. That's crazy. The Dark Eldar. I didn't know their real name. Because my brothers explained to me how like all the elves, quote unquote, in this world are effed up. And he's like, and then there's the Dark Eldar, and I was like, huh? And he didn't tell me that one. He told me like the very basic he told me like very basic lore, but shaping somebody, mentally breaking somebody and then shaping them into literal furniture is like some chimera ant energy. That's worse than the chimera ants. I don't know if you've seen Hunter x Hunter. One of my favorite anime. If you haven't seen it, 10 out of 10 would recommend. But there's like this one scene that stuck with me because I'm a baby. Where the chimera ants, like, a space marine called Fabius Bile has a cloak literally made of the stitch faces of his enemies. That's kind of camp though. That is... You should watch Hunter x Hunter, Senko. It's very good. I love Hunter x Hunter. I'm caught up to... I love Hiatus. I'm caught up to the manga. Strong recommend. Very strong recommend. He is. Gon is an idiot. Especially because, like, whenever I watch him with Hisoka, I'm screaming at my TV, like, you need to get away from that grown man right now. That is not for you. Killua is peak. Killua is peak. I think Kurapika during, like, York New is a little boring, but is fine. That's okay. If you want, if you ever do, like, a reaction stream or something, we can watch it together and yap and do that as a stream. Because it's very good. Yeah. Because I think in York New, like, at that point of, like, his character arc, it's fine and it's new and it's interesting. Oh, Senko. Senko is my streaming buddy. I mean, if you want to, too. You can just do one of those streams where you mute it and then you have it, like, with the timer. Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah. Then everybody can come watch Hunter x Hunter. Everybody can watch Hunter x Hunter. Mid spike 1. So yeah, what I was saying is that in York New, you know, I think it's fine. It is kind of like, can't wait for the Nanaka arc, me either. I mean, I've done like reaction stuff on Twitch before and it was fine. But that was also like Star Kid, so maybe that doesn't count. Yeah, there'd be no visual or audio. It'd just be like a timer and like our faces or our avatars or whatever and like yapping. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. The timer would be used to sync. I'm gonna just delete this folder. Am I stupid? What? I deleted. Yes, that'd be so cute. Do you do 3D modeling streams? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen HoloLivers do it before. It's fun. Fun, we can watch anime. Ooh. I should check them out sometimes. I don't know if you use Blender or Maya. I only know how to use Maya from school. Ah! Wait, let me follow you. There we go. I'm following Senko too. Yeah. I don't know how to use Blender. I only know how to use Maya. All my professors were very anti-Blender. But yes, I will definitely come. If I'm not at work, I will come to the 3D modeling stream. That's okay. That's okay. Just because it's not the vibe here doesn't mean that I have problems when it's the vibe anywhere else. It's just because, like, it's really because I also do Christian content. I do Christian content because all the Christian VTubers are, like, very anti-gay people and, like, anti-civil rights and shit. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. So since all the Christian VTubers are kind of, the types of Christians that make me hesitate to say I'm a Christian, I try to do like Christian streams sometimes to counteract that a little. So yeah, this is a safe for work channel, but I'm fine when other people do it. I was actually I don't know if they're still live. They are still live. I was actually going to... Yeah! That's cool! That's cool. The person I was gonna raid into, who's a VTuber I just, like, met on Twitter, she's literally drawing and her model is shirtless and it's just covered by the tablet. So that's who I was gonna send you to. When I was done. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm fine with it on other people's channels. Give me nature gods and spirits. That's not my vibe, but if very intently but respectfully. That's not my vibe, but if that's your vibe, you have fun with your nature gods and spirits. Yes, I am ending soon. I actually went way longer than I intended to today, but I got excited. Yeah, let me... No problem. Okay, I'm gonna send us to Lumi. Because we've actually been over. Yeah. It's fine, it's funny. Yeah, because I actually only intended to like stream for an hour today. Because I just got back to work from like being sick and I was really tired. And then the nut happened. And I got distracted and I had fun talking. Okay, let me raid. Thank you. Let me raid. Okay. It's gonna be /raid. And then Lumi. Finn. Vtuber. Okay. And then the nut happened. Okay. I spelled that right? Okay. There we go. It's a great quote. We're gonna raid now. Enjoy your topless fish, lady.